So we've come to the fence line on Dave and Claire's property. Next door's vineyards, big teas sitting across the fence line. All these lovely grapes ready for picking. And Charlie's throwing the ball for Luna. Again. She just loves it. Running, running, running.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Her little ears going up and down while she runs back.
Yeah. Right, nearly tea time.
So this is our base that we built from sticks, some materials from that pile over there. We just have to be careful of the bee's nest next to it though.
And the ant's nest over by the tree.
Yeah, we're starting a war with the ant's nest because they all came into our base and started eating our stuff, which they're still doing right now. But we use this green bucket to collect this material we call dead grass. And we use it.
Was that from my expert mowing?
Yes.
Is that all the dead grass from that? Right,
we
okay.
go around and collect it with our sticks and put it in the big tub. Then we bring it back to the base. And this sharpens our tools. Yeah,
Right.
Dash is the smith's maker. Yeah, and we use the grass for our roof. We use it for our wall at the back so that snakes can't get in. Yeah, Luna and I guess it.
Luna's inspecting it.
And we also use it for our floor. And what we've tried to do is place the rug down on the floor so that it makes kind of a cushiony kind of feeling on. Yeah. And also this is where our tools are.
Right.
And we're going to use this for one of our windows so that we can see what's coming.
Oh, very good.
And yeah, that's basically it.
Excellent.
And Luna enjoys the rubbing in the grass. But we don't know how we're going to do our toilet. We mainly use our tools for picking grass and other materials. We also use them for raiding the ant base.
Right.
But yeah, that's basically it.
Very good. Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah. We're at the Caves Beach.
Caves Beach. Look, because there's loads of caves on the beach.
Water.
Ah, look at that.
Come
Look out. Whee!
Bad water.
Look at it all out there. Isn't it
Dad,
beautiful?
come on, I want to show you.
Right, let's go in then. All right, you show me. Run ahead.
Right, they're going through the school one, David.
All right.
If you want to follow them, you can.
This is amazing.
Charlie and I will go through the larger one.
Okay.
Through.
Have you got a crawl, have you?
Yeah. I've been through.
Right.
So I'll take Charlie this way.
I might go with you, Charlie.
No, you're going through.
Get in there, Dad.
You want to get in there.
All right. Let me have a look at this way. Oh well, I crawled through. I came out the other way. Look at that. Now it's raining. Here they all are emerging. This is cool. Come on through. Come on, Charlie. Very good. This is brilliant.
We're on the beach!
Oh my god.
I think we picked the wrong day for a beach day. They're off playing in the caves. They're alright, they've probably got shelter. Probably. But yeah.
They're probably laughing at
We don't.
further down the beach.
So we're trying to decide if it's going to keep on or do we run for it? It's going to get soaked either way. So it's not stopping, is it? I think we should go. Yeah, yeah.
It don't fit.
So we all got a little bit wet.
Got a shirt. I haven't even got a shirt.
I've got my rashie if you want it.
Oh yeah, it's a carpet.
Got a rug. I've got my rashie in the back if you want it.
What, your wet one?
My zip up rashie. It's not wet. I wasn't wearing it. Right.
Right, what are we doing then? We're going to head back to you. What difference 20 minutes makes. We're in Warner's Bay now. Glorious sunshine. Only a few clouds in the sky. And we absolutely got soaked on the beach at Caves Beach, didn't we? Hence my new shirt. I've got a $4 shirt from the op shop. Charlie's got food. Luna's drying out. And we're all trying to thaw out. But some of us wanted ice creams, even though they're cold. But you warming up now with the Goslamo? Yummy. Back to warm weather. out
It's
these lovely
cooling.
family dinners. Tracy forgot the Yorkshire pudding, so she's just going to run out and do them. But look at that food. Yummy roast pork, roast vegetables,
And a bit of
Roast
pork.
chicken.
roast chicken. We've got cauliflower
Cauliflower
cheese.
Crackling, please.
And we're going to have Yorkshire puddings in a minute as well.
Biscuit.
This is awesome.
Big surprise.
What?
You're going horse riding.
Yay!
Excited?
7 minutes.
Yeah. You're almost ready? Darcie, you need to go and brush your teeth and brush your hair. Go.
Okay.
Now.
I'm nearly ready. How long is the horsey ride?
It's only half an hour.
Yeah. Yay!
Just thought we'd do a little taster just to see what we all think.
I like it.
Girls.
Misty Mountain. The only thing we are missing. Wow, look
Big
at
eagle
that.
in the road. Wow, it's huge. Look at the size of it.
Wow, we'll have to get that off the dash cam.
Yeah. Oh look, girls, through on the road now, seeing all the wildlife.
Wow, there's 2 of them. Slow down.
Move then, you stupid thing. Getting ready to go on our horses. What's your horse's name?
My one's name is Bowie.
Bowie, and yours, Charlie?
Star.
Star. Benji, and I've got Axel. We haven't met them yet.
Alright, just the parents, if you can stay with those little ones there for me. Say hello, Bowie. Give him a big. Oh, he's just saying no. No, he's only biting me. He's saying, don't do that to me. I'm eating my breakfast, Lenny. That's all he's doing. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Up you go.
Wow.
Good girl.
What do you reckon, Darcie?
Good girl, Darcie. Don't be scared because Lenny won't. Nothing will happen, okay? It's only me.
It's all good, it's all good.
Saddle. Make it more comfortable. All the other little girls got on. There we go. Put your foot in there. Hold on tight. Good girl, Darcie. Well done.
Making it comfy for
Hold
your
your
feet.
hands on there like that. And Daddy's going to stay there with you for a minute. Okay?
How cool is that? You're on Bowie.
Star's a very special horse. She does all the riding, a lot of riding for the disabled.
Oh, lovely.
And she does, we do a lot of charity work. And she's lovely and quiet. She'll just go along the back. She doesn't like to. Put your weight down there. 1, 2, 3. Over you go. Over you go. Right over. Hold on to your reins there for me. Okay, good girl.
What do you reckon, Charlie?
She's lovely. Everyone loves Star. She's so quiet and gentle. She's going to give you a lovely, quiet ride.
So what's the name of the park, this one?
Rose Point Park.
Rose Point Park, for the kids to have a play. Kids in inverted commas. It's a very cool park though, there's lots to do. There's a flying fox over there, there's a roundabout, there's loads of swings. And then you've got these electronic games where they run around like we've seen before. Very good. Daddy seems to be having fun.
Right, what are you riding, Darcie?
I want that.
We've had a rainy day today, so we've come to the cinema and we're just about to get some lunch before we go into the cinema.
Going to have rain.
Yeah, well, it's already raining out there now.
I'll take it.
Oh, you can trust me, it's out there.
Give me
Giddy up, Wombat. Come on, let's catch the others up. Right, rainy day in the Hunter Valley, so we've come to the cinema. What are we seeing? Super Mario Brothers, and a quick lunch.
Luigi.
A quick lunch in Lee's kitchen before we go in. So yeah, hence the Tsingtao beer. Very nice.
Look at this, Charli.
Right, we've got a funny spiky caterpillar on the leaf here. Look at those things that stick out. Aren't they cute?
Dad, they might
And you've
be
just been
poison.
attacked by ants from the ant nest. That wasn't fun, was it?
We reached 2 of their egg chambers, which means that there's still a queen inside, so our powder didn't work. But we still have loads of plans to defeat them.
Okay. So Saturday morning again, and another park run. Just finished this one at Singleton. Looks like I came 12th. So I'm just going to go and scan this in now. But yeah, lovely one around a park, follows the Hunter River, and another lovely day. Let's see what time I got this time. Singleton Park Run. Thanks for having me. Here for breakfast at Ridgeview. How stunning is this place? Look at the views. That'll be good. And look at the menu. Gonna get some yummy food in a minute. We're all excited.
I'm excited for 10 o'clock.
Yeah, oh yeah, 10 o'clock the mimosas arrive.
Box food for people who don't know what
Yeah, that's
Alright, see you then. Oh, that looks good, girls. So Darcie had no eggs and had avocado instead. Is that yummy? And you've got scrambled. Yum. And 2 eggs bennies. The eggs look perfect. Your eggs good, Dash? Yum. We're just waiting for yours, Claire. What was yours again? Satchuka. Yeah, and those mimosas are late. Where are they? Yeah.
4 minutes late.
They have ketchup.
Yummy granola for me. And you got yours now, Claire. That looks good. Right, let's get into it. Right, Easter egg hunt. Where's Dash going? He's found something under there. He's already found some, look. He's found a stash.
You found a stash, have you?
Dash.
The girls have gone in here.
It's my dash stash.
A dash stash. Look at that. Right, keep your eyes peeled, girls.
Oh yeah, they're pretty small.
Yeah. We're back at Cocoa Nib, ready to see the egg getting smashed. It's been a bit busy, so they're running a bit late. But yeah, we're going to see what happens. Look at all this lovely food. They do a really good job here. It's going in.
Got in. Down the side. Down the side.
I think you should start using your fists.
Yeah, use your fists.
Everyone's waiting with bated breath. Oh, you get a bit. There we go.
I don't even work here and I'm just giving that chocolate. Get your hands up, guys. Ready? Smash it.
That's it. Come on. Yeah. Whoa.
Come on.
Hey! Wow.
Okay, so Jamie's been asking me for a while to do a video. He wants to do a video about all the mods that he's done on the car. And so while we've got a lovely afternoon staying at my cousin's place in the Hunter Valley, I thought I would indulge him
Here it is, new Isuzu MUX LST.
First of all, he's going to talk about all the factory fitted options.
Right, so first up from the front to the back, we've got the headlight protectors. So that helps stop any stone chips that might smash the lenses. It would smash these instead, hopefully. And often when you're following trucks, you get sand and stuff, and that's why your lenses will often go a bit dull, but hopefully that will protect that a little bit. Then next back, we've got the genuine Isuzu snorkel. So it runs through into the airbox. Doesn't really change your wading depth at all, but it just helps keep some of the intake up out of the dust if you're on dusty roads. And yeah, if you've got a load of water coming in at the front here, it will stop it from getting into the box. We also put the weather shields on. You might need to come around a bit closer to see those. So they're the genuine slimline Isuzu ones. Just means you can have your windows open a little bit and not get buffeted by the wind too much. And if it's raining at all, then it stops that all coming in as well. And we also put the heavy duty roof bars on as well. These are actually Yakima roof bars, but they rebrand them Isuzu, and they can take 100 kilos. And I'll get back to what we put on the top of them later. And then inside, I actually put the PhD floor mats in. We got the genuine Isuzu carpet ones as well, but while we're on this trip, we've put in the full rubber ones in there that help stop a bit more stuff and capture it.
And what about the dash cam while you're in there? We've been taking a bit of footage off that.
So yeah, that's the Blackview 750 dash cam. We've got a front one and a rear one all wired up together, and you can connect to that with the app on the phone and download the videos. You can do live views and run it to the cloud as well if you want to. And then further around the back, we have the genuine tow ball fitted, the Isuzu tow ball, and I got them to put the 12-pin caravan connector on there and Anderson plug, and then we've wired up the Safety Dave camera to the caravan. I've just put a Haven Reese stopper in there for now while we haven't got the tow hitch in there. I did get a drop hitch from All In Tow Bars in Adelaide because our caravan was running a little bit high on the front, so I've got one drops from about 40 mil, but it's still 350 kilo rated like the original one. So that allows us to tow the caravan nice and level.
Okay, now what about some of the things you've done? Now, Jamie, when he needs to do a mod to something, Jamie tells me that it's for safety reasons. So
Or
run us
reliability.
through safety or reliability. So run us through some of the things that you've done that you believe are for safety.
Start back at the front again, and we'll go under. Once we put in the catch can and the fuel filter. So there's the ProVent 200 catch can. What that does is just stops some of the EGR gases that would normally go through the valve that's under there and back in through the intake, and it captures them, and you can then take it out through a little drain under here that I've got on a little ball valve. I do that about every 4,000 or 5,000 kilometres, and I usually get about 100 to 200 mil out of that. And next to that is the Direction Plus fuel filter as well. So up in the Pilbara, you can't always rely on the fuel. You often get water in it or impurities, and that's just another filter in line with the stock one, which means I can empty the water if I get anything in there. The other bit we did was put on this off-road animal front bar. It's the Predator front bar, and it just gives you a bit more recovery points, so you can be towed out of any areas that you might get bogged.
Because Jamie's good at bogging us.
And yeah, while I had that all off, you probably can't see, but just in here I put in the transmission cooler as well from Wholesale Automatics.
That was very handy coming up the snowy mountain highway.
Yeah, so when the car's struggling to tow, or if you're on beach, on the sand, on soft sand, and the transmission's struggling, it just gives you that little bit more confidence that the transmission temperature's not going to get too hot. So inside the off-road animal bar, I also put the steady 22-inch single row light bar, LED. And then combined with that, I've gone for the twin hardcore 9-inch spotlights. They have the daylight running lights as well. We'll do another. I'll throw in another clip later on when it gets dark, and I'll light up the paddock here, and you can see the difference between the light bar and the spotlights. It's great to have both. A lot of people say, do you need both? The light bar just gives you a bit more spread, but not as far. The spotlights are very sort of straight in front of you, but they go flat. I think these ones go over a kilometre, but not as wide. So it's good to have the two options when you need it at night.
We found in Osprey Bay that was particularly useful. You often have roos and things sitting at the sides of the roads, and with that, we wouldn't have had any chance of seeing them otherwise. With that, we were able to spot them from literally a kilometre away.
And yeah, for the future, behind the number plate here, you can fit in a winch if you need one, but we haven't gone with that yet. We just reposition the existing stop parking sensors, and then that allows you to keep that functionality on the car as well. It comes with that new bash plate as well, so you can hit a few light things, nothing too heavy. But yeah, it should protect you a bit from there. While we've got you around the front here, I added the UHF radio inside, but I've done it through this bonnet mount, and it just means that it's up and out of the way. A lot of people put them on the bar here, it's in your line of vision a little from there. This one, I don't ever see it when I'm driving, you do see it from the dash cam, but it's up and out of the way, and when you tilt the bonnet up, it with the indicators, so to make them bigger you just pull them out like this. If that's not enough, you can tilt them, and when you do that it's still able to be controlled from the little controller inside the door there, so you can adjust the mirror. I've also got for an extra $30 you can buy the little plastic bits that just clip over here with a couple of screws, and then that fills in that gap so that if any flies and bugs, it stops them from getting in there, keeps it nice and clean, and it just looks a bit more neater as well while you're doing it. But when they're in, they look pretty much standard. They don't look too much bigger than the standard ones. Do you reckon you can see the bush wraps from here if you get close? So down the whole, both sides of the car.
Expertly applied, I might add.
Yeah, expertly applied. Both sides of the car, so front panel, both doors and the back panel. And then I've also put a bit on the front of the bonnet here. You can just see a line here, not in your shadow, but you can just see a line there. So it's a clear paint protection film that goes on. But bush wraps are great. They have it all laser cut ready for your car. For this one, we did need to cut a little bit around the snorkel here. Hopefully we managed to do that. And it just gives you that little bit of pinstripe protection going down the tracks. But again, on the front here, in conjunction with the black matte stripes that I've put on here, which I cut myself, by the way, that just gives you a little bit of stone protection.
Yeah, I don't take any credit for the go faster stripes. Yeah. They weren't my idea.
So yeah, it was a bit windy in the other video, so I've just done another one here just about the wheels. So yeah, PDXX wheels, so 17 by 8.5 with a 20mm positive offset. That gets the tyres nice and flush, and we went for the Maxxis Razor 265 70/17, so it's slightly higher on the sidewall than the standard, I think, which is 65, so it gave us a little bit more lift. But yeah, with the all-terrains you just get a bit more grip on the sides there. Not really any difference in noise. Are you helping me, Luna? Thank you. So yeah, they're nice and quiet, and they seem to grip really well on that off-road track that we did the other day. And you'll see that the 20mm offset doesn't really make them stick out much either. It's just about right all the way through to the back. You can't really see because of the sun. And yeah, we've matched them with the Caravan, so I'll just go and get some of that now. And as I said, another set of them on the Caravan. Exactly the same size, so luckily, thank you Luna, cheers for that. Luckily the PCD was exactly the same from the car to the Caravan, but the offset was slightly different, and again from Luna, thank you. Yeah, it meant that the Caravan have just gone inbound very slightly, but the car did come out a fair way. But I like the look of that on the car, and yeah, the Caravan, it really makes no difference. So I've left the hub covers off on the Caravan just so that we can check the hubs while we're driving, make sure they're not getting too hot. But fully interchangeable, spare on the car, spare on the back of the Caravan, in front of the washing. So yeah, we've got plenty of options now. If we get a flat, we can chop and change if we need to. Here, but the red arc brake controller was originally down here in the factory position, but I relocated that to here because I wanted to free up the space, because I knew I was going to have all these switches for the spotlights, the light bar and the roof lights, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'll put that into the centre console here because there's a lot of unused space here, and it's good that Tracy can get hold of this if she needs to, if there was an emergency. But it's out the way enough that you don't knock it while you're driving. And then yeah, that's the UHF handpiece. The unit's actually installed under here. I took that all apart to install it, and then just got these on the magnet so we can put either on the left or the right as needed. I've also put in the quad lock phone mount for the phone that I'm recording on here, and this one's a wireless charger as well, so it's wired in to the ignition, but as soon as I just put the phone on there and twist lock it in, it starts charging the phone. And off of eBay for $20, I also got another wireless charging mat, which I run to the same ignition feed under here.
Because I didn't want the quad lock, I wanted my sparkly
She
phone
needs
case.
to have a blingy phone.
I wanted
So
my blingy phone case.
that's what this does here. It's just a wireless mat, and that just sits nicely in there. It actually looks like it's made to measure, but for $20,
And it means that I can charge mine while he's got his all connected with the Apple Play and everything. So.
And then when we're towing, I have the Safety Dave lead up here, and I just mount the Safety Dave monitor over the top of the mirror. Obviously you can't see out the back anyway because you've got the caravan behind you, so I put that up here with a couple of Velcro straps, and then it keeps my windscreen completely clear. Another reason for this was to keep the windscreen completely clear, and I've relocated that. It was down on the glass, so I put it up on the plastic here so that I can have my snap shade up on the windscreen, which fills the whole area. It's all properly fitted to make it fit seamlessly. And if you ever do smash a windscreen with a stone chip, it means you haven't got this mounted onto the glass, so they can leave it up there while they do the windscreen. And we've already had to do one of them since we've had the car while we were up in the Pilbara. That was annoying.
Thanks,
after a couple of
truckies.
1,000 Ks. Oh, and while we're on this seat here, we've got the canvas seat covers from Got You Covered in Perth. These are brilliant. These are the canvas ones with the foam backing. So they're easy to clean. They do all of the headrest pieces as well. And we've got all of the back seats done as well, except for the third row, because we hardly ever use them as seats. But we've got them in the back as well for the kids, and they're great for when the kids make a heap of mess. You can easily wipe them down and keep everything
Just
clean.
also handy when you're in and out from the beach and you're wet and wearing bathers and all that kind
And it
of
all
stuff.
protects the leather.
Protects the seats.
All right, we've got the tailgate up. We're in the boot here. I'll undo the strap. So we have the fridge, the Dometic fridge, just strapped down on the rear luggage point. I've got it on the front one there and on the back one. But what that does hide, I'll just undo this so you can see it. I'll get rid of my little 12-volt compressor, which I use to pump the tyres up and down. But when you undo these, you can open up the little hidden cubby hole. And under here, we've got the Baintree Technologies 110 amp hour lithium slimline battery. So that just gives us a bit of extra battery to run the fridge all the time. We just leave it in there all the time. The solar panel, which is on the roof, helps keep it charged. And that's a hard 70-watt solar panel. The reason I went for that one, it's only 17mm thick, so it's nice and slimline. But being 170 watts, it's plenty of power to get this up. I hardly ever see it go below 90% on the Victron shunt. And usually within about an hour of sunlight, and it doesn't even have to be direct sunlight, it will be back up to 100% again. But it all gets charged through the Red Arc BC DC 25 amp charger, and that can take the solar input or the input from the car, which we've got isolated from the main battery. And then from that I run the new Anderson point, which you put under here, which runs the fridge. I can unplug that and put the 12-volt compressor in if I want. Got a normal 12-volt socket here, which we can run the little pump from for the bladder, things like that, or anything else that takes a standard 12-volt. And I also added these high output USB-C connections for charging the kids' iPads and things like that. And it's also got a little 12-volt readout as well, so you can see what the amps are on that battery. And I run the UHF and all the roof lights and all the accessories basically, except for the main driving lights, all come off this battery, so it keeps the cranking battery clear of all the accessories so that we can hopefully protect that one and it won't go flat on us. So in here is pretty neat as well. Dad helped me, or stepdad helped me put all this in here, and he's very handy when it comes to this sort of stuff, so it's super neat and tidy. We've got a little fuse box in here, so that's where all of the fuses sit for all of that stuff. And I've got the extra, if I want to plug in another solar panel, I can plug that in on here in parallel to the one on the roof. But yeah, all the fuses are nicely tucked away in here, so if I ever need to pull a fuse, it's nice and easy to get to, and it doesn't clog up any of the other stuff in front here, so it's nice and easy. I guess the only other bit in the back here, this switch here runs this smart link up on the top here. So what we found with the caravan is that we've got an app that we can control the pumps and check all the tyre pressures and everything from the caravan, but you have to be really close to the caravan for it to see the phone. The Bluetooth extension of the range isn't very far, but this little thing is just an extender for that Bluetooth, so put that in the car, and then when we're driving I can see all those same things from the phone in the car, which is when you really want to know your tyre pressures and things like that while you're driving. So that's why we put that up there. And there's a little rear camera as well that's linked into the front driving camera as well. The boot liners, so we got these rubber boot liners just to protect the carpet and everything under there. They go nicely if we ever want to put this seat up. I just roll that one up there next to the fridge. And these are the Yakima quick release warning mounts. So they just screw on and grip either side of the roof bars. You can get that off in about 20 seconds. Probably shouldn't tell everybody that. You can put little locks on them. But yeah, nice and easy. Okay, so we forgot to mention one of the most important bits, especially for towing, was the GVM upgrade. So we had the car taken from 2,800 kilos up to 3,200 kilos with these PEDAs, increased spring rates and foam cell shocks front and rear. So I went for the stock height ones, which did raise the height a little bit by about 10 to 15 mil all around because of the stiffer springs. And in the rear here I've also got the airbags, which just come through to these nice little valves on the back here. So that helps us keep nice and level when we're towing, and it also allows us to carry the payload. So when you've got the standard car, although it says it can do 3.5 tons, by the time you add that on your tow ball, it pretty much gets you close to your GVM. And then if you add a family of 4 and a dog and your front bar and your roof rack and your tow ball and your fuel tank and your dog in the back, then that puts you over. So our 3,200 gets us to be legal and safe. And yeah, the car sits nice and level when we're towing, even when we've got this 3-ton thing on the back of us with everything full. But yeah, it just keeps everything nice and safe and legal, and we've had it all weighed professionally so we know where we sit. Yeah, that's everything. Right, sun's gone down, so we'll give you a demo of the lights. Now this is just the normal DRLs, and even at night they're pretty bright. Yeah, probably a bit too bright for the video. But yeah, as you can see, a lovely sunset. Even the DRLs light up the ground quite well. I'll just get in the car and we'll do a demo of the driving lights and the light bar. Okay, just the DRLs as I said before. We'll go on to side lights. And then main beam. Right, then we've got the full beam without any of the driving lights. And then just with the switches down here, I can then turn on the light bar. So off, on with the light bar, back off again, and then these bodies, you can definitely see much brighter with those. You can see the beams coming through from the actual spotlights there, and then that's with the light bar on as well. Let's put the fog lights on to boot. You can't really see the fog lights different, but yeah, fog lights are on now as well. So that's everything. And that's just the main beam, light bar, spotlights, everything. So yeah, lights it up really well at night. Nice and easy to drive with.
So they sent me down to like the bottom of the paddock so that I can film this for you. His lights. He's at the top by the caravan and I'm at the bottom of the paddock.
So I also said before about the tailgate light, it's pretty dull, the standard factory one. So I've left the normal cabin lights as they were. I didn't want them too bright because it can blind you if you put the LEDs in. But I did put an LED in here. So it's quite bright, but yeah, still doesn't really do much for you. So I added the Terralume Siberia lights, white Siberia lights. That's full brightness. And it lights it up like daylight, and having them up in that position means that you get very little shadows. I do still have a little bit of one down here behind the fridge, but everything else in there is really good. And you can just hold the controller, there it goes, so that dims it down a bit so it's not quite as bright, and you just tap it again. It's a smart controller and they go off. Now we've got the camp lights on, so I've got them set to orange. I've got 4 underneath the car, just along the running boards, and then I've got 4 around the top. I don't know if you'll see much light from here because it is very dark, but yeah, they do light up your campsite fairly well. We've still got a bit of light in the sky, but they just give you a bit of light, and being orange or blue you can stop the bugs coming in. And I'll show you the other funky stuff it can do. So there you go, you can go the full rainbow spectrum and get it to pulsate through all the different colours. You can pretty much choose any colour you like. It does like red and blue together. It does all different colours. But yeah, that one's a bit for when you got the disco music going. Don't use that very often. What that does show though is how well it does light up the ground around the car. If you are having a camp, you can pick a colour that lights it up the best, and with the brightness you can see quite well at night, which is handy.
Right, Darcie, explain to me what yours are.
Mine are earth, fire, lightning, and water.
Oh, very good. And Dash, what are yours?
Well,
Just got a collection of lots of them.
earth, water, thunder, lightning, and well, every element.
Oh, every element. Oh, that's
What
good.
should the purple be? Mine are just
They're just glow sticks.
My spear
And
is
your
the real.
spear of what?
I actually haven't found a name for it yet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to come up
Spear
with
of Wrath.
Yeah. Spear of like all the elements. Spear of all the elements.
Elemental spear.
Darcie! Yeah! Darcie!
No,
Open your eyes.
we need to focus it in on a star.
Very pretty sky.
There we go.
Don't know if this is actually going to come out though on the video.
See. There's nothing to see.
Stay still.
Okay, so we've been stargazing at the stars, and we've learnt all about satellites. You might not be able to see me here, but I'll go in the dark.
Actually see the crazy.
And you can see the beautiful night sky.
So we must have got something right with that last one. Look.
It's gorgeous. We actually saw a satellite. It was very fast, and we've been using the telescope to look at the moon. It's just over here, if you can see it.
And don't forget the dance party with the glow stick.
Yes, we're using Mum's phone for mega dance party. And yeah, it's very fun.
That's the original picture.
I don't know if they can see me because I'm not wearing anything glowy. Bye.
Bye.
I know the story of your life through winter storms and summer skies. There was a time when you were young and free.
Okay, so we are heading towards the smelly cheese shop. But there's cheese, there's wine, there's Asian food. Do we really need anything else at night? And a wine bar as well. What a coincidence. So another wine tasting for us.
Oh yeah.
Another wine tasting. It's rude not to partake when you're in the Hunter, isn't it? So, cheers.
Okay, so we are at yet another wine factory. And Mum and Claire have gone in to get another wine tasting. It's a very big winery, and lots of wine and trophies. There's a weird flamingo picture. I have no idea what that flamingo's doing, but it looks pretty suspicious to me. They're just over there.
What a send-off. Well, after that, I think that's a sign that the end of this week, another episode done. Thank you for having us.
I had 2 glasses of wine.
Only 2. Imagine if you had more. Crikey. But yeah, thank you for having us. It's been a great couple of weeks.
welcome.
We've loved every minute of it. We've seen heaps.
And
We're
all
sad to
gonna
be
cry
going
tomorrow
in the
when we leave.
morning.
I
But yeah,
know.
Sunday night, and we're off to the next place tomorrow morning. See you on the next one.
Bye.